Putting.
Thank you.
So yeah, Rai is a first form. So Rai, Yara, and then Ara, Yuri. Okay. So over here is Yuri, right? So this is a form 4. This is form 4, right? Yuri kum, right? He is the one who shows you, right?
Shows you. Okay.
Who shows, and like somebody is like shown by. So Allah shows you. He is the one who shows you. Shows you what? Al-barq, lightning.
Lightning.
Khawfan,
Fear.
yeah, fear. And tama'an. Tama'an is like hope.
Hope. Yes.
Right? And then Yunshi, and he brings up or uthata hai sahab, clouds, right?
Cloud.
And asqal, bhari, right?
Body.
And
Heavy.
people would say, people have the idioms, badal ki tarah halka, but now the science knows the badal are the most heaviest. हमारे ऊपर जो बादल होता है वो tons इसका weight जो होता है टनों में होता है, right? So it's not, yeah, because it's water, right? और हम लोग like सब लोगों के जो भी इडियम बने होंगे क्लाउड की तरह हल्का चले जा रहा है तो हमें हल्का हल्का लग रहा है, but that's the heaviest thing. अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला ने 1400 साल पहले कुरान में कि अल्लाह उठाता है सहाब का मतलब जो बादल है very heavy, सकाल का मतलब very very heavy,
yes,
right? So Quran says the badal uthata hai, heavy badal uthata hai, and people couldn't understand until scientific knowledge came into the play that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that happened, and now what next?
The next one.
Yeah, so this you understand completely?
Yeah, this is easy one.
This is easy. So
yeah.
Yunshi is came from the root word nasha, yunshi.
Okay.
Yunshiyu, right? Yunshiyu.
Yeah.
Yunshi us sahab. Sahab is al sahab is badal. Al siqal means heavy.
Heavy. Thank you. I learned the new thing over here, the new word that we shouldn't be writing inshallah, like one word.
Yeah, as a one word. Yeah, separate. Yeah. So there's people just say कि ऐसे ना लिखो, लेकिन जब उसकी पूरी वजाहत नहीं करते तो people don't give it a due consideration, right? पूरा उनको समझा दो. आइंदा अगर आप किसी को बोलो कि ऐसे नहीं लिखो तो उनको पूरा समझा के वहां पे एक और लफ्ज भी है जिसके मायने ऐसे हो जाते हैं, फिर अगर तुम ऐसे लिखोगे तो इसका मतलब बहुत ही बड़ा शिर्क होने वाला है, right?
Yeah.
So सही. Next ayah.
Thank you. All right, okay. The 13th ayah is وَيُسَبِّحُ الرَّعْدُ بِحَمْدِهِ وَالْمَلَائِكَةُ مِنْ خِيفَتِهِ وَيُرْسِلُ الصَّوَاعِقَ فَيُصِيبُ بِهَا مَن يَشَاءُ وَهُمْ يُجَادِلُونَ فِي اللَّهِ وَهُوَ شَدِيدُ الْمِحَالِ. And the translation is, and the thunder exalts Allah with praise of him, and the angels as well from fear of him, and he sends and he sends thunderbolts and strikes with whom he wills while they dispute about Allah, and he is severe in assault.
So देखिए, like राद जो है, जो बिजली की जो थंडर है, जो कड़क है, this is what this is the badal, and everything is glorifying and praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So I used to be very very fearful about those thunders, right? But when I read this ayah, तो जब अब मैं कड़क सुनती हूँ तो it means like it's their way of doing the tasbih, right? So I'm calm down, like I'm like calm down, and I do the tasbih at the same time. So Yusabbihun is just like the badal are making the tasbih, right? And the hamd, or rad is thunder. Yeah. So it's also creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Badal is creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but they are doing their way. So we don't know how the other things are doing the tasbih, right? So badal are doing the tasbih. So whenever you just hears that thunder, I know like it can be like inconvenience for us, but this is the form of the thunder, like they are doing the praise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And similarly, the best experience was like the thunder of the dust storm jab usme aata hai Saudi Arab mein. That's very like dangerous one. But जब आप उसके thunder आप सुनते हो, हम लोग मिना में थे, and 2 बार I felt like that all the angels are just descending down at the same time. तो वो इतना खूबसूरत लग गया था. I was just like वहां तो गर्मी होती है, एकदम से बादल आ जाते हैं, एकदम से साया हो जाता है, and dust storm होता है. But that's so beautiful. Like आपके जहन में जब हो कि ये इस वक्त जो हमद हो रही है, I mean हम लोग यहाँ पे हमद करने आए हैं, और हमारे साथ साथ ये बादल भी हमद कर रहे हैं, डस्ट भी हमद कर रही है, एवरीथिंग. सारे के सारे जो लोग हैं वो हज में हैं इस वक्त. So it becomes so beautiful, you won't even believe, right? You just have to be in that कहना चाहिए mindset में होना चाहिए, right? So
very frightening. I mean, the thunderbolts, it's very frightening.
Yeah, but just yeah. लेकिन अब आप सोचेंगे ना इस आयत पढ़ने के बाद, युसब्बिहु रा'द, right? ये वो तस्बीह कर रहे हैं. Then I say, wow, subhanallah, they are doing the tasbih, right? We shouldn't be afraid of that, right? We should be, but we should also do the tasbih because they are doing the tasbih, right? Yeah, so, wal malaika and the angels, and angels also do the tasbih. Why? Because of the fear of Allah. So instead of badal se dar ke hum tasbih karne ke bajaye, we should be, even at that time, we should be fearing Allah and doing the tasbih for Allah, right? बादल से डर के, अरे बादल गड़गड़ा रहा है, what for, right? बादल भी गड़गड़ा रहा है, वो अल्लाह के फेयर से गड़गड़ा के तस्बीह कर रहा है. हम लोगों को भी उस वक्त अल्लाह के फेयर से गड़गड़ा कर तस्बीह करना चाहिए, right? बिल्कुल. So only
बिजली भी तो गिरती है ना, बाज़ दफा जब होता है तो बिजली गिर जाती है और लोगों पे तबाही होती है.
Yeah, because their fear is of bijli, their fear is of badal instead of their fear of Allah, right? If we just like, I mean, जो होना है वो होना है, but all the time we should only be fearing only who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not bijli, not badal, not anything else in the world. All right? Okay. So next is the yursilu sawaiqa. That's a bijli. Rad is a thunder. Sawaiq is bijli.
Okay, sawaiq means
lightning. Yeah. Right? And he sends. Who sends? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends the lightning, thunderbolts, and strikes with it whoever he wants, right? So jab Allah ki jo mansha hogi, right? If Allah wants to save us, Allah want to just like, if we are good people, it's kind of like, I mean, most of the nations, some of the nations, like they were destroyed by thunderbolts and Sawaiqa, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Yursilu Sawaiqa. Sawaiqa is thunderbolt. And strike biha with it whoever he wants, right?
Yeah, whoever he wills or whoever he wants.
Yet they dispute about Allah. Those people, they dispute, like just name them. If it's like Nuh's nation, is Ibrahim's nation, whoever nation is, they dispute about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? And even today, like kuffar to hai, but the Christian, they are doing shirk, right? Prophet Isa is like they don't get it, right? So they dispute about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who has like a mighty. He can, if he can do the Rad, he can do Savaika, he can do the earthquakes, and he is the one who created everything in the first place, right? So all these things are the signs that, oh, who is doing it? And when it is happening, everybody like prays to some kind of like, yeah, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ki sab log dar ke us waqt Allah ko yaad karte hain, right? उस वक्त वो उनके दिल में जो है ना सही एक अल्लाह होता है, right? Yeah. But then when those things are not there, they start going back to their shirk, right? So but Allah is showing with all those like बादलों को उठाना, like it's अगर आप एक बादल को पकड़ के उसका वेट करना शुरू करें, it's like very 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 heavy things, like it's in like it's mind blowing. I was reading it. The average cloud weighs for I don't know how many tons. If it all comes at once on us, we would be totally destroyed. It's so heavy. Yeah, it comes like in rains, हल्का हल्का, फिर वो जल्द होता जाता है. But अगर पूरा का पूरा बादल आ जाए तो हम लोग तो सारे तबाह हो जाएंगे, इतना heavy होता है वो. अच्छा, but we don't know actually. Nobody knows about it. Yeah, कभी-कभी उसमें से hail आते हैं, बड़े-बड़े hail आते हैं, right? And even that we cannot take it, right? So if all of that is coming at once, it would be a big slab of ice or something, and it would be so heavy, we would be just very down underneath, right? Yeah. So that's all the powers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is like displaying over here. It's so beautiful. Yeah. 2 ayahs is enough for today? Yeah, two are enough. Thank you. 2 are enough? Okay. All right. Okay, who wants to go next? Roya, you want to do Surah Mulk? You are at work or you are able to?
Yeah, I might work. I will do tomorrow, inshallah.
Tomorrow, inshallah? Okay.
Yeah.
Khadija and Iman, one of you should go next. Surah Yunus, Iman? Iman?
Yeah, let me pull it up 1 second. I think it was ayah number 14.
Okay. And number 14?
Yes.
Is that the right ayah on the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ثم جعلناكم خلائف في الأرض من بعدهم لننظر كيف تعملون.
Right? Correction on the tajweed, because it's no harm. Lenunzura, no, like the two things, like you stretched a little bit, and I used to do that as well. Summa jalna kum, it's not kum, it's kum is just like kum khalaifa. Similarly, mim ba'dihim linam ba'dihim, stop, like it should not be stretched. It should not be ba'dihim, that would be wrong.
Okay.
बादिहिम, because इसमें कोई भी अख्फा नहीं है या गुन्ना नहीं है, right? It should be बादिहिम लिनंजुरा. Okay?
Okay.
So those two corrections. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go next. Summa. Jalnakum.
Summa.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to repeat it? Okay.
No. You want to do the analysis? Yeah.
Yeah. So summa then.
No.
Jalna.
Class हो रहा है ईजा का. चुप. Iman आप ही present कर रही हैं. She's crying, man. Okay. Let's do.
Summa ja'alnakum. What then we made you. Khalaifa. The successors. We made the successors. Fil aldi. Min ba'dihim. Fil aldi min ba'dihim. In earth to follow after them.
Okay.
And لننظر كيف تعملون. Generations after generations in the land. Is that for the fil aldi min ba'dihim?
Yes, this yeah. So
that one is generations. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
لننظر كيف تعملون. That we might see how you would work.
Yes. So what was the whole reason, right? The whole reason is why we are here, why we are successor on the earth. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to test us. Successor means simply like he has given us the decision power, right? So we are not the successor that like we are like people don't understand the meaning. People understand the successor means like who owns everything given to them. But
yeah,
over here we are the successor. We own, of course, everything. We own the land and the environment and the sea and the ocean. We own everything, but we are the caretaker for that, right? Like owner means like you own it and you destroy it and you go. Look, no, that's not the point. You are the owner, just the caretaker. And then after you, another generation comes. After you, another generation comes. So generation after generation, how do they do? And finally, we have reached the stage where we have created too much plastic. We have created too much pollution. We have created every mess on the earth. We have created too much traffic, right? And yeah, finally, we are at the stage we are not passing with good grades. You understand what this ayah really means?
Yes.
Right? So Allah made us the naib on the earth, and what are we doing? We are just for the luxury. We are just like Amazon ordering everything which is packaged and which is like too much plastic in it, too much dabba in it. Like we instead of going and buying the things, like taking one at a time without a plastic things, we are just wrapping the things around in like, I don't know what to say.
Too much plastic. Yeah.
Too much
excess amount of packaging for no reason.
Yeah, for no reason. Yeah. Right. So we are making our life easier because we cannot go and walk to the shop and buy, like we Amazon order everything, just creating more mess on the earth, right? So and it's actually Shaitan who just made it like, oh, it's so easy, just order it at home. Don't go, don't walk, don't just bring the things without packaging. Right? Too much styrofoam wrapped around the package which comes from Amazon, but if you go and pick up, it's not too much packaging. Anyway, so what the point is that we are making the mess, but the earth is not given to us to make the mess on it, but rather to take care of it.
Yeah.
That's what successor means. Khadija, you understand?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you that, but you just explained it.
Yeah.
I was kind of confused because is this ayah like appointed to everyone?
Of course, we all are khalaif. Quran is for everybody, right? So I can do my part, right? Like people start like too much like, okay, I will become the spokesperson to change the environment, but first do your part, right? So you say green bin it, right? Green bin it, but at the same time, like you just Amazon order everything. Okay, I
Yeah.
green bin one thing, but I just created tons of recycling, the piles and piles and piles, which has plastic in it, which never dissolve, right? So where my like you are just like green binning everything, recycling everything, but at the same time, like we are creating those messes, right? Why we reach to the point? Why don't we just? So I just met only once in my life to a Chinese very old lady. She would never drink, and I am part of it. Like I always drink coffee from Tim Hortons. She always like walk with her mug, and she would just always take her mug to the coffee place. I think Tim Hortons allow you to do that. The Starbucks allow you to do that. She would never use that paper cups because she says, I don't want to trash the earth. She was atheist, but she had like good quality. Allah should give her iman, because she was doing the really good thing, right? She was saving the earth. She was not creating more garbage. She says, I don't want to be the person who just create more garbage on earth. And just think about that, how much garbage we create on the daily basis. We don't recycle. We just say, oh, this is dirty garbage, right? Clean it, right?
Wow.
You can take,
That's,
yeah.
She doesn't even believe in God, and she's saving the earth, and we do, and Allah Pak says us not to do this stuff, and we're still doing it.
We still
basically.
doing, yeah, because we don't think. We just like, yeah, I don't know. I should start thinking more about now after reading this ayah from today onward. Yeah, this is the Surah Yunus is just amazing. It teaches you the day-to-day things. It's amazing.
Also, I have a question. When you told me about the inshallah, do we have to say it separately too, right? Now, like say it properly. How would you say it?
Yeah, inshallah.
So, but you're still like joining it, right? So
no, I'm not doing it. Like if you do a little bit, if you say insha, that would be wrong. I'm saying inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
If you say insha, then that would be wrong, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we have to, like at one point we have to learn Arabic. Inshallah. Saying wrong. Yeah, we are too much. And you see the Arab people, they don't say in, because of that confusion, they rather say switch to bi-iznillah, because there is no such word which can be confusing. So, and in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that don't use those words which can create like a linguistic problem, and you might pronounce it wrong. So instead of inshallah, if you say bi-iznillah, that is better word, and that doesn't have any synonyms or similar pronunciation, right? Biznillah. So if you switch to saying biznillah, that would be easier.
Okay.
Right? Biznillah. They say biznillah. Arab people, most of the Arab people, they say biznillah. So, summa ja'alnakum khalaifa fil ardi min ba'dihim linnanzura kayfa ta'lamun. So how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did with the people who were too much making fasad on earth. So fasad can be like you are creating too much, like bothering other people, killing other people, or stealing from other people. So those kind of fasad, but even like if we take the one example, like environment, if you are using the, for example, cars too much, and the environment is so much polluted, how the next generation going to breathe in this kind of environment? But we said, oh, we'll use the big car because we cannot, like a small car is like, it's not, I like big cars. The big cars just consume too much fuel, right? So, and then people switch to Tesla. Oh, that's the number one car. And then you don't even know, like the fuel is better on the environment than the Tesla's
Than electric, yeah.
Yeah, it's battery. Once when the Tesla's battery dies and you bury it in the ground, it's more dangerous than the other fuels. It takes like, I don't know how many thousands of years to break down those, like the harm material of the batteries, right? And just people are just like, oh, it's good on the environment. Like, what? No, it's not. These batteries are like more harmful, more dangerous. So we are just going like making those.
No, Tesla cars are good.
No, they are not good. Who told you they are very bad for the environment? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, don't trash my environment. So whoever is using Tesla, they are trashing the environment. Tell them their battery is not good.
My teacher told me that
teacher doesn't have the knowledge about the battery's life.
My classmates have it.
No, just tell them that what is the battery life, what happens to the battery after. It goes in the ground and it never breaks down. It's very, very dangerous for the environment. So nobody should use the Tesla car.
Or fuel is still okay?
Yeah, use the car minimum, use the bicycle, use the legs. Allah gave us the legs to walk. Okay.
My mom, I really wanted to bring my bike here anyways, but
yeah, this is the once in a lifetime we were coming, like and if you use a big car, it means like so many people were in one car. We were not bringing 6 cars, right?
No.
Anyway, so Tesla has like a misnomer, like people are being like brainwashed, saying that, oh, this car is good, but they haven't. If you read about the battery, it is like more people have written more on the batteries harms than it's no fuel thing, right? People are buying it for the convenience. Oh, it drives on the cruise itself, it has like too many functions. Like what? Like, I mean, use your brain for those functions. Like it's basically making you apahaj, like disabled, that brain wise, that you sit there and you don't have to brake, right? You don't have to use your brain power just to brake whenever it needs the brake, right? Something like that, right? So why you want to like brain dead? Why that Tesla's owner want you to become brain dead, right? Why don't you be able to just like respond? Your brain should be sharp enough to respond on a situation and brake when you want to brake, right? I don't know. I have tons of like argument against that car, right? Plus, it's stealing $120,000. It's not. It's a very, very large amount of money to give it to somebody for a trash car. Like his body is like so inexpensive, and just is charging it for the battery, which is very, very harmful for the environment. But the other things are not. Other things are the metal car, the leather seats. Like there's anything
but
else.
Ija.
No, it's bad car. All the cars you're talking about, all cars are bad cars. Your legs are better, which Allah created for you. Okay.
And then who made it the cars?
Somebody who wanted a lot of money, steal people's money. So they made a dabba and they charge you like tons of money for which you have to work like half of your life for no reason. Okay. Anyway. All right. Continue, Iman.
The next ayah is a bit long.
Bit long?
Yeah, it's like very long.
No, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. But I can give you one. I think Roya likes the grammar more. Ayyuha, right? Means oh, right? If you say ayyuhan nasu, ayyuhan nasu means Oh, people. Okay. Or you can say yeah in the beginning as well. So somewhere it says yeah, and there
Yeah, ayyuhan nasu. Yeah, that's.
yeah, you also say ya ayyuhalladhina. Oh, people again, right? Ladina is the same. But in Quran, in one place, it says ayyuha, ayyuha or ya ayyuha. So this alif is dropped. What might be the reason to drop the alif? What might be the reason to drop the alif?
Why?
So the ayah
Week
is in the,
later,
sorry?
week later, miss.
Week, oh, Hafsa is there.
Assalamu alaikum.
MashaAllah, I didn't see you in the beginning. No, week
I
later.
was not there. I'm not feeling well. I have a little bit vomiting, so
Oh,
I just
okay.
free now.
So Allah make it easy for you, inshallah. You'll feel better.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
So there is no week later. Week later, week later is here, but it is not dropped in this ayah. But in this ayah where it says Ya ayyuhas saqalan, the alif dropped. What is the reason? The reason being Ya ayyuhan nas is for the people, right?
Okay.
And it's very clear. Ya ayyuhal lazina is for the people, is very clear. Over here is Ya ayyuhal lazina for human being and jinns. So although we know for human being and jinns, like jinns, but nobody has seen jinns, right? So there's a little bit like, okay, what jinn? Like some people would believe, like, I mean, we have to believe. So anyway, if someday something is not very, very clear, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dropped like alif. So only 3 places you will see ayyuha is written like this, like ayyuha instead of like ayyuha, right? So alif is dropped. So what is the reason? The reason is that is saqalan is for human and jinns, right? So your question would be like, it's not very clear, like and even if it says ayyuhan nasu and ayyuhal jinn, then it might have been clear, but it is ayyuhas saqalan, oh, very heavy people, right? It doesn't mean the like very heavy people in weight wise. Heavy people, like what kind of heavy, right? Is their deeds, their sins, if they have a lot of sins, right? So like I'm pretty sure, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the before ayah, the before ayah in Surah Rahman, it says, okay, let me become free from all those things I'm doing for you guys. Once I have time, then I'll deal with you both ayyuhas saqalan, both jinn and, so deal with you heavy people, right? What does heavy people over here means? It doesn't mean that he will only he will leave the like people with the less weight, he will leave them alone. No, these heavy people are these heavy people loaded with sins. Okay,
Okay, miss.
right? So that so that's the reason of like that's how you explain that the drop of alif. Okay, so I think it's enough for today. And Iman, thank you for doing. And today's Seema's ayah was very good as well, right? About Raad and about Sawaiq, right? So yeah, inshallah. And again in Surah Rahman, when usme like there's an ayah Marajal Bahrain, when two samundar meet and blah blah blah, and then you find lolu is like moti, so it's like a pearl, right? And the marjan, I don't know what marjan is, but it's like expensive stones, right? So you get lolu and marjan. And you know what, like I was reading that for few days ago, and then I realized the lolu and marjans, like those kind of expensive stones you find very deep in the ocean, right? So this is a nama, because Surah Rahman give you all the blessings of Allah, right? But when it comes to lolo and marjan and about the sea, so think about Quran is a deep ocean, right? Quran is a deep ocean. So more you get into it, the more expensive things out of that, like more khazana you get out of this, right? If you don't go into deep, and if you just read on a daily basis and don't think about it, you won't get those lolo and marjan out of it, right? So if you really want the gems to be extracted from the ocean of Quran, then you have to have a dive deep down. You got my point or not?
Yes, miss.
Khadija?
Yes, I also have a different question, if that's okay.
Please go ahead.
Okay, so like we were in class, right? And the teacher kept putting like commas in between words. And you know how you said like inshallah, it should be all pronounced different. Does that also go for other words as well, like mashallah or Quran and stuff?
Yeah, like if you can write in Arabic, that's well and good. Yeah, but I mean, how many people would write? Yeah, so if you see if the masab as well, so when there is a like a madda, then it says Quran, right? It's like they put something like that. Yeah, stress it. Yeah. So
and I have a
yeah.
Oh, I had a different question as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So what does jihad mean? Like I get that like for in like it means like war, but what does it actually mean? Because every time this topic of jihad comes up and I get confused.
It's struggle. It's a struggle. Yeah. And of course in the war you also struggle, but it simply means a struggle. वो जो मार होता है वो qatal होता है, qatl or qatal, right? So somebody saying, oh, jihad is bad, Muslims are jihadi. Yes, of course, Muslims are jihadi. They struggle to achieve the good marks in education. They struggle to achieve the knowledge. So all the students are jihadi as well. They are doing jihad, right?
Yeah. So, could you say it's like a self-struggle for like your deen as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So jihad doesn't mean that you go and just like kill somebody. No, that's qatl. That's a different word in the Quran.
Okay.
Right? I don't know who convinced those Muslims that jihad means like somebody is going to come and kill them.
Yeah.
No?
That's a lot on Western media, and I was like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, it doesn't mean to kill somebody. It means to struggle. And in the war, of course, you struggle. You have to wear the heavy armor, and then you have to do the sword. But war we cannot do without, if it is declared, if the country declares, if the ruler of the country declares that now we are on the war, then you can go and touch any person who is just fighting against you, right? Before that you cannot say, oh, I am going on my own on this war and killing this person because I am a Muslim and he's a non-Muslim. No, nobody can do that. No Muslim can do that. If he is a Muslim, he knows his limits, that he is only allowed to touch somebody if somebody else has declared the war on us. For example, that Israeli, they almost declare the war, right? When they go and start shooting in the mosque, that declaring a war in itself, right? Then you have to defend yourself. That's different. But that doesn't mean like if I'm sitting in Canada and I say, okay, I'm going on a war, I'm going to the Quebec and start killing bunch of people. No, that's not any Muslim is allowed, or any non-believer even, they cannot do the same, right? They should be punished if they do. They commit a personal crime. Okay, understand? So there is the whole thing of even the war, like who can be that kind of a jihad, right? And Prophet ﷺ once was coming from war back. I don't know which war. You can read that and he says, now we have finished one jihad. Of course, it was a struggle to do the war. You have to walk for 2 months, take your horses, leave your family behind, So it's kind of a struggle, right? So he said, we are coming from one jihad and we are coming back from one jihad and we are going to another jihad. And Sahaba was, are we going another war? He says, no, you are going to do jihad against your nafs. This is a more difficult jihad. The more difficult jihad is nafs, that you want to protect yourself from any sin. That a jihad as well. Right?
Yes.
Right? If I'm tempted to do something bad, and if I try to stop myself for doing that, that's a jihad, right? Right? That's a beautiful woman on the street, and there's a boy, and he feels like, oh, such a beautiful. Yeah, you can look at the beautiful things, right? But he tried to protect his gaze. He lowers his eyes. He's doing the jihad against his nafs, right? So that's a jihad as well. You understand, Khadija?
Yes.
Okay, good. As far as you are clear, it doesn't matter if other people don't understand, right? If we as an individual, we have the good explanation of each word and we understand the words is good enough, then you would be just laughing at the people. You would say, okay, they don't even know the meaning of jihad. What are they talking about, right? So mashallah, keep asking good question, Khadija. Your questions are always good. Okay?
Okay.
Mashallah. All right. So it's enough for today. We'll see you tomorrow, inshallah.
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 Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.